What is going on, folks? I'm going to do a quick little video here. We just got back from a 2 week trip. My youngest daughter had a cheer competition in Orlando, Florida. She performed at ESPN. We had a great time. Trip started, it was a road trip, so we left Cambridge, Ontario, Canada. This is where we live. If you don't know where that is, we're about an hour and a half from Buffalo, 3 hours from Detroit, and 45 minutes from Toronto. So we hit the road early in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, and we drove to Hilton Head, South Carolina. Absolutely beautiful there. I love South Carolina. Hilton Head's gorgeous. It's a beautiful place. Um, we spent 3 days there, relaxed on the beach, hung out, just family, and yeah, last day there, got up early in the morning and hit Orlando. So that was about 5 hours. We shared an Airbnb there with two other families. So we met them, they flew, we met them for lunch and then went and did some grocery shopping, picked up drinks, stuff like that. Went to the Airbnb, settled in for the day. And then the next day it was right into cheer. My daughter had two practices the next day, competition the day after that, and another competition the day after that. So that left us with 3 more days of vacation. The first day after the last competition, it rained. We were hoping to get out to the parks, but the weather didn't agree, so we did some shopping. And then the last 2 days, we hit the parks. We stayed late and yeah, did as much as we could. And then got up in the morning and drove home. So a lot of kilometers. The Hilton Head would have been nice after because we really got to relax. But now, 3 weeks from now, we're going to be doing it all over and we'll be driving to Atlanta for Blade Show. So that trip will just be my wife and I. We enjoy road trips. I look forward to them. I love driving down through the states. It's always fun, the different restaurants or the different things in the gas station, convenience stores, grocery stores. We have a lot of the same stuff, but I feel like the States has way more options. So yeah, it's always fun. They know how to drive. If you're from there, you might not agree, but yeah, you guys know how to merge, and I love it. When the lane's ending, everybody just does the zipper thing, and it just seamless and no issues. Um, where I'm from, people don't know how to merge. They leave it last minute. They cut you off. And now the big thing is they ride the shoulder and as fast as they can and pass as many cars as they can. And they even will jump onto an exit just so they can pass in and get back in. It's crazy. But anyways, enough about that. So yeah, road trip in 3 weeks back to Atlanta. The crappy part about a road trip is coming home because you're tired and you're not looking forward to anything. Um, so that brings us to this part of the video. Um, I'm prepping stuff for Blade Show. Last year was our first year having a booth. I really didn't know what to expect or how much to bring, and I feel the same way this year. So this year we're bringing um, more options, less quantity. So last year we just had fixed blades and slip joints. This year we're going to have a bunch of frame locks. We're going to have some slip joints, some fixed blades folders, everything. But we're also going to have pens and drivers and beads and some renegades. So right now I'm working on drivers. I'm working on the Mark III. We'll have a bunch of those. I have Omegas that I've been working on. I gotta get to those right after the Mark IIIs are done. And then, if I have time, I'm going to try to bring some Phoenix drivers. I have a few titanium, maybe like 10, and then brass and copper. I will have polished and aged and a bunch of different finishes in all the drivers, some anodized. And then I got some pens to work on. We got a small batch of pens, but those need to be finished for Blade Show. And then we'll have brass and titanium renegades as well. So, like I said, we're bringing more options, but less quantity. We brought way too much last year. Um, for knives, we'll have a small batch of medics. Now, what if they don't sell out? The rest of them will go right right on the website right away. And then we have the Scout 2.5, and then the Scout F2, F3, and F3.5. So the F2s and F3.5s just came in. I'm going to call this batch Gen 2. I did this with the F3 that we dropped there 2 months ago, or whenever it was, 2.5 months ago. Nothing on the packaging or the cards say Gen 2. I'm just calling it a Gen 2. We just made some minor tweaks, and I've talked about that in previous videos and posts and email and stuff, but I'm going to go over again quickly. So this is F2. The thing that's changed is if there's an inlay, the inlay is slightly proud of the handle, has a chamfer, just a little bit more detail than the Gen 1s. You should have no issues with the inlays fitting from Gen 1 to Gen 2 and vice versa. So if you want to freshen up the look, you can pick up a new set of inlays. If you have inlays already, they should fit the Gen 2s, no problem. If you run into any issues, please let us know. Other than that, we moved the blade steel marking. Typically, it would have said right here Magna Cut or M390. We moved that to the back side of the blade like the X series, because like the X series, we made this part here right after the finger choil. We made it proud with some jimping, and that's just so you can choke up on it. Now, doesn't matter so much on the F2, but on the F3 and F3.5, you might want to choke up, do some finer work. Other than that, in here where the lock bar relief is, where you put your thumb to disengage the lock bar, we added some textured milling. That's just to give you a little bit of a little bit of grip when you want to disengage the lock bar. Now, I don't know if you heard that, but they have the F2s dialed in absolutely perfect. This is a tiny little knife, so just listen. It's got that whack. Sounds so good. The deten's perfect. But I don't know if you notice that you can, it will drop. I said drop shut. It's not drop shut all the way because the blade is so tiny. But when you do disengage it, you can see there, my thumb's stopping it from falling. But yeah, I might mess up now because I'm on video, but I wear a size large glove, and I can spidey flick it pretty much every time. And I couldn't do that before on the Gen 1s. I could do it, but I would fumble a lot through it. So yeah, F2, perfect little fifth pocket carry. I think it's a great little EDC. It's definitely a small knife, but totally functional. If you're cutting up boxes, opening packages, opening a new knife that you just ordered, stuff like that. Obviously, you're not going to cut an apple in half with it. You'd have to cut halfway through it all the way around. But little knife, if you don't want to freak people out, you're in public, it's a great little knife. I find this kind of falls into that pocket trash category with the pry bars and the fidget toys and all the little flashlights and stuff like that. But it's definitely functional, and that's what I love about it. Then we got the F3. Those will be there as well. Identical to the F2, just scaled up. So the F2 is obviously a 2-inch blade, F3 3-inch blade, and F3.5 is a 3.5-inch blade. So, like I said, Best Tech did an amazing job on these. They are dialed right in. I get excited every time I get an F3 in my hand because I have large hands. It melts into my hand, and it feels like a user. It feels like it needs to be doing yard work and cutting stuff up. It's a tool for sure. And there you can see that spot where I said between the sharpening choil and finger choil, you can choke up on it if you're doing some finer work. So excited for all these to hit the site. They won't hit the site before Blade Show. I have too much to do, and if I did put them up, what would happen is they would start selling, and I wouldn't be here to ship them, and that would just be chaotic and cause everybody grief. So we will drop those when we get back. Our retailers will have them, and we'll have them at Blade Show, and then once we get back, they'll go live. So keep your eyes out on social media and our newsletter. And other than that, thanks for listening to me ramble. I want to do more of these videos. I keep saying I'm going to do more. The gap between them is greater than what I would like. I would like to be doing these videos once a week, but I might get there. I don't know. But I appreciate you hanging in if you did. Subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Give us a thumbs up, and please let me know what you want to see. I'm in the shop right now, but it's sunny and gorgeous out. Typically, I want to be outside. I just didn't want to leave today. I got so much going on. I'm even talking faster than my brain. So, yeah. Thanks a lot for all the support. Appreciate you guys and girls, and we'll see you on the next one. By the way, it's coffee.